Good morning, students. Till our previous lectures, we have discussed about the various methods of separation. In that, we have discussed sedimentation, decantation, and filtration technique. In that, we have seen the different materials, how we can filter or separate the substances. Now, it is not like that we are using this single technique for the separation. These are the three combined techniques of separation used together. In that manner, for separating substances, sometime we need to use more than one method of separation. In this period, we are going to discuss about one more method of separation, that is evaporation. Evaporation technique. Let's discuss. Let's see first about evaporation. What is evaporation? The process of conversion of liquid water into water vapors is called evaporation. When we boil the water or when we heat the water converts into the water vapor. After heating or after reaching to the boiling point, water convert into the water vapor, or before that only it will start evaporating or converting into the vapors. This condition is called evaporation. जब पानी का कन्वर्जन भाप में हो जाता है उसे कहते हैं evaporation. In a very simple language. अपोजिट ऑफ evaporation या उसी के साथ में एक और मेथड होती है जिसे हम कहते हैं कंडेंसेशन. व्हाट इज कंडेंसेशन? सो कंडेंसेशन इज द ऑपोजिट ऑफ इवेपोरेशन. इवेपोरेशन में हम पानी को भाप बनाते हैं या इवेपोरेशन मतलब वाटर कन्वर्ट्स इनटू द वाटर वेपर एंड कंडेंसेशन मीन्स वाटर वेपर coming back to the water stage. It means the process of conversion of water vapors into its liquid form is called condensation. जब water vapors फिर से water condition में आ जाते हैं उसे कहते हैं condensation. Here in a very simple way you can understand, when water converts into water vapor, it is evaporation. When water vapor comes back to the condition of water, it is called as condensation. Now, why we need to understand the process of evaporation and condensation? Let's see here. What you see in this picture? Obtaining salt from seawater. Does anybody knows how we get the salt from the seawater? So see here, when seawater is allowed to stand in the shallow pits, here you could see purposely these shallow pits are made. When the seawater comes in these shallow pits, it remains here only. So this water gets heated by the sunlight and it slowly turns into the water vapors. Here, due to the heat of the sun, the water evaporates continuously into the atmosphere, and after the evaporation gets completed, what will remain behind? Common salt. After the purification, that common salt is used for everyday purposes, or whatever the salt we are using at home is nothing but the common salt we are getting in that technique only. So evaporation process occurs continuously in the nature. Evaporation occurs, it means heating of water and converting into the vapor occurs continuously. This is called evaporation. Here you can see one picture I am showing you. In this, the water is heated. Liquid water is heated. Inside this kettle, what is there? The liquid water. When this liquid water is heated in the kettle, it converts into the vapors. Here you could see the vapors. So conversion of water into vapor, we call it as evaporation. And we holded one plate slightly tilted, and we kept some ice cubes on the upper side of this plate. What will happen? As the water vapors are lighter in weight, it go in the upward direction. Due to the ice cold plate, this will get the cold atmosphere, and the vapor again convert back into the water droplets and falls into the beaker. So here you could see the vapor converted into the liquid water means condensation. So both the processes are given here. You could see evaporation as well as condensation. On page number 40, here some activities are given based on the concept of evaporation and condensation. Activity number 6. What if we add 2 spoons of salt into the water? If the salt is added into the water and stir well, now it will forms the solution in which water and salt get mixed up. Now if I wanted to separate the salt from this water, salt is soluble in water, how can we separate this salt? So we can use the technique of evaporation. You could see heating a beaker containing salt water. What will happen in that process? If we heat the beaker of a salt solution, the water will evaporate into the atmosphere, and what will be left behind in the beaker? That will nothing but the salt. In this way we can separate salt and water. I hope you understood this activity. Go through the activity, read the activity. The very simple activity it is given. Now next, in activity number 7, you are provided with the mixture of a salty water. You got the salty water solution, but now there is a twist. In that mixture, sand is also added. Now how will you separate this all? Can you guess how can we separate these 3 components? Which are 3 components? Salt, sand and water. The very simple solution for this, as we know, sand is heavier. It will settle up. The salt completely mixed with water. Now, firstly, we will perform this technique: sedimentation, decantation and filtration. Allow the water at rest stand as it is. Sedimentation, the sand particles will settle down. Then transfer the liquid into another beaker. It means decantation. And finally, perform the filtration by using a filter paper. Now, the sand, what we will get? The sand separately and the solution of salt and water. This is the solution of salt and water. Now performing evaporation and condensation process, we can easily separate salt and water. How? So see here in your book on page number 41, again the same activity of evaporation and condensation. Here this is a kettle containing the salty water. Heat this kettle. The water will convert into the vapor, that is evaporation. Then these vapors will cooled by the icy plate, and the water is collected in the separate beaker. And after the whole complete evaporation process of water, what will left behind in the kettle? Only the salt. So in this way, by using 2 main techniques which involve sedimentation, decantation and filtration in the first part, and evaporation and condensation in the second part, we can separate the mixture of salt, sand, and water. I hope you understood.